Hey everyone, it's Brian from Bear Bull Traders here. Wednesday, December 16th. Less than 10 days away from Christmas, and so getting close to the end of the year here as well. This is the midweek video review, so let's just start out and take a look at where we've been so far this week and where we could be going for the remainder of the week. Start out with the transports as we usually do. Transports here, you can see here we're just up marginally on the day after this big pullback on Monday, and we're kind of recovering here over the last 2 days, but nothing I wouldn't say enthusiastic, where we lost this 20 moving average on the transports and now seems to be what was probably support, and we failed through it. Now has looking like it's becoming resistance. The 20 moving average rolling over here a bit. And stochastics weakening, of course. Rallies tend to get sold when stochastics below 50. MACD's rolling over. RSI kind of in the middle here. So yeah, not looking very good right now. The transports on the 10-year, we are still in an uptrend, although we seem to be kind of flattening out here. But I'm still watching for this Treasury yield to break 1% on the 10-year. The interest rates are creeping up as the debt goes up. Debt buyers and debt holders want more return for their money, more return for their risk. And that's why I think this continued uptrend is probably going to be a slow grind higher. You can see RSI still going up here. Stochastics bounced off the 50 and now turning up again. So watch for this to continue to strengthen the 10-year, the yields. And what does that mean for the stocks? Obviously, financials benefit from a stronger, higher interest rates. So that could be a consequence of that. On the Dow, we were down a little bit on the day. Again, very little price action in terms of range of trading today. Down went Monday, up Tuesday, and then a bit of a non-event here today. So we're just churning basically right now. The IWM, again, down a little bit on the day. We've had a really strong run up here and pretty overbought, so maybe we're getting a little bit of a pullback here. Stochastics still pretty strong. The Qs was the one index that was up today. We were up over 1.5%, or 0.5%, I should say. And again, looks like an all-time high, even a close at an all-time high. Volume for a close at an all-time high is pretty anemic, I would say. So we're not getting a huge amount of buying, but obviously we're getting less selling than buying. Still looks strong here. RSI trending up, stochastics still going higher, or trending higher. So it's still the Qs still look like they're the place to be. And again, we did finish up a little bit on the SPY. Again, very flat day today. And we may finish off the year kind of churning around in this range. Again, volume dropping off a bit today, and I think as we get closer to Christmas, probably see less and less volume. But that doesn't necessarily mean we can't grind higher. The dollar, I mentioned this today in the day trading room. Again, a weekday for the dollar, tried to rally it, and this was obviously a prior level of support, which we lost today. They did try to rally it back up through this level and failed. So again, almost a bit of a lack of confidence in the US dollar, or maybe not confidence, but lack of interest in owning US dollars, let's say that. Stochastics are really oversold here. RSI oversold. Maybe we'll get about a bit of a bounce here. Let's take a look at it on a weekly basis quickly. On a weekly, we really have to go back to 2018 to see the dollar this week. There's some support back here around on this ETF around 24.14, and we're not really that far off that right now. Again, really oversold here, so maybe we are going to get a bit of a bounce back. The VIX, again, the VIX indication of sort of fear indicator. really sold off again today. And again, we're just sort of an indication that lack of concern in the market over any kind of a significant sell-off. So maybe not an indication we're going to go much higher, but maybe an indication over the short term here we're just going to kind of churn as volume drops off, and the range of trading within a day, intraday, is going to be smaller and smaller. Let's take a quick look at these candles at a glance for the sectors. Again, discretionary breaking out today. So the consumer discretionary, even though the numbers on the consumer spending were down, which is kind of surprising, the discretionary spending ETF was up. Strange. Another anomaly. Communications off a little bit. You can see technology breaking out here, new highs. Of course, that's reflected in the Qs. Industrials still trying to hold on to some moving averages. Same with materials. Same with energy. Energy is looking a little toppy. Everything else kind of looking a little toppy here. They did try to rally the utilities off this bottom here, but we tried to rally and faded back down again. So let's go through some of the positions I'm in just to wrap things up here for the Wednesday, but still holding this agriculture fund. Again, it's sort of a commodity play. a lot of the agriculture products are all going up in price, and it's being reflected in the chart here. So it's kind of a long-term hold, sort of a inflation play as well, which I think is probably coming. EEM, along with the weakening US dollar, EEM breaking out, emerging markets do well with a weak dollar environment, and you can see here, took a bit of a position here today on this breakout, and volume pretty good. We're turning back up on stochastics, and looks like we're going to move higher on the emerging market trade. EDC is another one if you want some beta. Added to my position near the close today on my gold mining stocks. You can see here we broke out. We had this pullback and of some bottoming action here. Now it looks like we've broken through the 200 and looks like we're going to go higher. And of course that was on the after the Fed speak today. You can see RSI coming back up here, stochastics turning back up, and they're above 50. So liking this trade. Again, same thing as the Canadian HGU. You can trade the miners that way in Canada. PAAS, I played this one before. Again, added to this today as a position. And you can see here we're breaking out. We've already broken through the 20, and now we're moving up through the 50. So that's looking good here on volume. And again, stochastics turning up, put in a higher low. That one's looking positive. And my psychedelics trade, RVV, I got in back here when it broke out. Wish I'd have had more. I did sell it up here in the 80s, and now I've added back to it, back down here in the when we got this pullback. And we'll see where it goes from here. Hopefully it's pretty overbought here, but liking this trade. Stochastics are heading lower, so hopefully we'll get a bit of consolidation price action here, and maybe a move higher on that one. And X again, got back into this one, and you can see here we had this nice pullback. The only thing I'm a little concerned about, we haven't really broken out on this. You can see here a bit of a, well, I guess you can say we have broken out. So here's your flag, your bear flag, or bull flag, I should say. Nice run up, got in back here, nice run up, sold up here, pull back. Now I'm back in again. We have broken out of this this flag pattern. We may end up pulling back a little bit, but again, I think this is a sort of a play for infrastructure, which we know there is going to be some infrastructure spending in the new year for sure. And so that's a bit of a play for that. And you could do that a number of ways, cement companies like Cemex, or, engineering companies, I believe, like, well, I'm just thinking Jacobs. Again, Nice uptrend, maybe a bit of a pullback here. So yeah, watch for some stuff that's coming down the pipe that might benefit stocks. So there's my book on Amazon, How to Swing Trade. If you haven't checked it out, there it is. And everybody, as you know, we'll be opening up the room 8:30 and live on YouTube. Pre-market show with Norm and Carlos, and then we'll be moving into the market open at 9:30. And hope to see you all there. Have a great rest of the evening, everybody. Bye for now.